Jacques Villeneuve has certainly made a few statements this weekend, some good, some not so good. The interesting thing is that he has honestly said that he would like to come out here and drive full-time in this V8 Supercar Championship, but it would have to be a long-term deal because he'd have to relocate and bring his family out. So maybe we'll see Jacques Villeneuve a little bit more in the V8 Supercars. So the build-up continues here. And part of the entertainment's the John Paul College Marching Band, formed back in the late 1980s, 86 in fact, as they prepared for Expo 88 in Brisbane. And they're providing the colour and also the background music for us as the drivers' parade gets underway. Mark Winterbottom and Luke Youlden already out there travelling around the circuit. 90 performers have been rehearsing for weeks.
It's got a great carnival feel, that, hasn't it? It's got that real buzz of Gold Coast again that it had really in the early days.
Well, it's local atmosphere with an international twist, and that sums up this weekend. Fabian Coulthard and David Reynolds. And wow, what a job it was for Mark Winterbottom in that last qualifying session to grab pole position. We know how good he is in the fight for pole, but to bounce back after what's been happening on the weekend really shows that they're switched on. Talking of switched on, Sebastian Bourdais yesterday showed that he can handle a V8 Supercar just as well as he did in winning 4 Champ Car Series. We also saw Ryan Briscoe, Dean Fiore, Gianni Morbidelli, the Italian connection.
Now, I owe someone a little apology, Matthew. I was quite harsh on Michael Caruso at the end of qualifying. There he is. He's teamed with Patrick Long from the US, and Michael was actually caught up with a slow car also. So when he affected Craig Lowndes' qualifying lap, Michael was also held up. So both of them had their last lap ruined by traffic.
So these are all the countries represented here with the flags. Yvan Muller, the Frenchman. Alex Davison and David Brabham. 2 Aussies side by side. They've got a lot of friends up and down pit lane when the internationals joined us.
Yeah.
Patrick Long has known Alex from the Porsche days. Got Canadians here, Frenchmen, Italians, some Kiwis. There's Patrick Long. Wow, what an impressive performer he is. 29 years of age. Certainly not a well-known name at all in Australian motorsport, but I think we'll remember him after this weekend. Mika Salo, 111 Formula One starts.
And his battles with Mika Hakkinen have been legendary in world motorsport. They basically come through the ranks together, and as 2 Finnish drivers were 2 of the best drivers in the world at their peak.
One of the great things that I've just been watching unfold this weekend is how these international drivers have responded to our championship and our drivers. They know the Garth Tanders and Jamie Whincup. They didn't come here just going, I'm going to have a weekend on the Gold Coast and enjoy the sights and sounds. They did their homework. They knew it was going to be tough, and they've all been learning off each other. You watch them out the back of the pits and around our commentary box here where all the drivers congregate, and they're all just talking about the same thing. It's a race meeting, and these guys are race car drivers. So the common bond is threading through, and it's been marvellous to watch, because the V8 Supercars have been the headline act here for so many years, and now it's a standout performance.
There's Alex Tagliani alongside Jason Bargwanna. Alex has been one of the guys who's probably paid most of the attention. He's been asking questions. He wants to know about the track. He wants to know about the driving style. And as you said, they've really got their eyes on Matty. They've been very committed to this. And not that that's surprising, because we heard Jacques Villeneuve say that you are, when you get in a race car, especially when you're at the level of these guys, you want to go and do your best. It's your own pride that makes you, put your effort in and go and do a good job. And they've certainly, they're better than I thought they would be in the way that they've acclimatised to V8 Supercars, especially around an unforgiving track like this.
The John Paul College Marching Band adding a new song to their repertoire, Pink's Funhouse. Of course, Pink, the face of the V8 Supercar campaign for 2010. Haven't we been blessed with the weather
It's been fantastic, hasn't it? It's got a great atmosphere.
Although I'm still not prepared to call in a sunny afternoon. I'm more prepared to call in the clouds and rain. I mean, some of the IndyCar weekends that we had up here over the years.
Oh. And when it rains, it rains
pours
hard, doesn't it? Yeah.
Those open wheelers looking out the side to get reference points on the track because they simply couldn't see a thing. Flying down that front straight at over 300 Ks and using the white lines as markers. I mean, it's madness out there.
It certainly is. It's a place with, you know, painted lines and different track surfaces and lots of difficult areas on this circuit, even at its best. But when it's wet, it's particularly dangerous.
You won here back in 2001, just one race win after all these trips up here. What is the hardest thing about this circuit?
Oh, look, it's just so unforgiving. It's hard on brakes. You can see from even Garth Tander in qualifying, the smallest mistake means that you, as Neil says, you end up against Uncle Fence. You end up parked against a concrete barrier, and when that ends up giving you no room for error, the intensity is very, very high. And, you know, it's just one of those ones over the years. We've had some great races here, and it's certainly a place that I can't wait for this afternoon, because after yesterday, it couldn't have been a wilder race. I mean, we're only halfway through.
Yeah. We're not done yet, mate. Of course, this is a rock and race weekend. The 600 Sounds has been part of this festival. Last night, some 20,000 fans headed a little bit further up the road to check out the Beach Boys, who are still touring to this day, playing up to 150 shows a year. So Mark Beretta was part of the mosh pit, and he also got backstage to see the secret of a band that's been going for more than 40 years.